She shut the book, looked at the floor, and straight up cried for what must have been 45 seconds, but felt like an entire 45 minutes. I was 16, stuck in junior year of high school, and honestly, I wasn't the most mature kid in the room. My English lit class was taught by this teacher from Wisconsin, Ms. Harper, who had this super thick Midwestern accent that stood out like a sore thumb in our small southern town. You could tell she was from somewhere else the second she opened her mouth. Words like bag came out sounding like a weird mashup of bay and egg, and it was hard not to. Notice, my buddy Caleb and I would sometimes exchange glances when she said stuff like that. Not because we were trying to be mean, but because it just sounded so different to us. One day, we were slogging through Beowulf in class. Ms. Harper was reading a passage aloud, her voice carrying that distinct twang. I don't know why, but I was already zoning out a bit, doodling in the margins of my notebook when she hit this one line in the modern English translation. Beowulf killed the dragon with a dagger. I don't know what it was about that sentence. Maybe it was the way. All those AG sounds piled up in her accent like dragon and daguar, but it hit me and Caleb like a freight train. We both lost it. Not like a full-on belly laugh, but this involuntary snort that slipped out before we could stop it. You know how it is when you're a teenager and something just catches you off guard? Yeah, that was us. We tried to play it off, but it probably came out, sounding more like a snicker, which only made it worse. The room went dead quiet. Ms. Harper stopped reading, closed the book with this soft thud, and just stared at the floor. I thought she was about to rip into us, maybe send us to the principal's office, or give us one of her usual lectures about respecting the material. But what happened next was so much worse. She started crying. Not loud, dramatic sobs, but these quiet, breathless ones that made my stomach twist. It probably lasted 45 seconds, but it felt like forever, like the whole class was frozen, holding their breath. While she stood there, head down, shoulders shaking, Caleb and I just sat there, sinking lower in our chairs, wishing we could disappear. Nobody said anything. Nobody moved. When she finally pulled herself together, she just picked up the book and kept reading like nothing had happened. But the air in the room was heavy for the rest of the period. I couldn't focus on Beowulf or anything else. All I could think about was how we'd made her feel. Here's the thing. I didn't even like Miss Harper most of the time. She was strict, graded harshly, and had this way of making you feel dumb if you didn't get her deep literary analysis right away. But seeing her like that, it sucked. We didn't mean to hurt her. We weren't laughing at her, not really, just at the way the word sounded in that moment. But intent doesn't matter when someone's standing there crying because of you. After class, Caleb and I hung back. We didn't plan it or anything. It just felt like we had to do something. We went up to her desk, and I mumbled something like, "Hey, Ms. Harper, we're really sorry about earlier." We didn't mean to laugh like that. Caleb nodded along, looking as awkward as I felt. She didn't say much, just gave us this tired nod and said, "I appreciate that, boys." That was it. No big heart-to-heart, no forgiveness speech. Just that. I still think about it sometimes. It's one of those moments that sticks with you, you know? Not because it was some huge dramatic thing, but because it was the first time I really got how even a small, stupid moment can make someone feel like crap. Caleb and I never brought it up again, not even to each other. But I know we both felt like garbage about it for a long time.